Good morning, everybody. So, I think you all are safe from this COVID-19. It's a dangerous and very sad situation for everybody in the world, not only in the country but in the world. Everybody is facing a lot of problems due to this COVID-19. But thank God that we have some doctors with us. Without doctors, I don't know what would happen to us. So we are very thankful to all the doctors as well as you see nurses, the staff of the hospitals. So as we have good doctors, we are safe. Doctors are next to God, I should say, because they give life. God also gives us life, doctors also give us life. So I can say that doctors are next to God. Today we are going to read about a very famous doctor, a surgeon, and he was very famous in his time. Even now also people remember this famous doctor. So let's see what is the lesson and what's the name of the doctor. This lesson is about a great person, a great doctor. So let's start the lesson.
And the lesson is Sushruta, an ancient plastic surgeon. Here, Sushruta is the name of the doctor, and see the full name. Sushruta, an ancient plastic surgeon. This is the full name of the lesson. Sushruta was a plastic surgeon. An ancient, here ancient means of olden days, means it is about very long before. So he was a plastic surgeon. So here we are going to read one story of the doctor Sushruta. Okay, so let's get started. It was midnight when Sushruta was awakened by a frantic knocking at the door. So here, as you can see, the word is mentioned here, awakened. A-W-A-K-E-N-E-D, awakened. Awakened means rose from sleep. It means when someone sleeps and suddenly they stop sleeping or they get up from the sleep, so that is called awakened. There are different meanings also according to the situations. Here, as it was midnight, of course Sushruta will sleep at that time. So in midnight we all sleep. So as it was midnight, he was sleeping and he was awakened by a frantic knocking at the door. Here frantic means violent, something, the sound which is very odd, means continuous knocking and then the different type of knocking. So there was a knocking at the door. He was awakened by the sound. Who was awakened? Sushruta. Who is out there? Asked the aged doctor, taking a lighted torch from its socket in the wall and approaching the door. So you can see that there is someone knocking at Sushruta's door. So what does he do? He takes a lighted torch from its socket and in the wall and approaching the door. Socket is a place where in olden days in the wall actually there are some places for keeping their different things. So people keep different instruments and torch, scissors and many more things in the socket. It's a place in the wall. So Sushruta takes the torch and he is approaching the door. It means he is going towards the door. What happens next? I am a traveler, my revered Sushruta. Here have a look to this word revered. Revered means deep respect. It means he says, I am a traveler, my revered Sushruta. He shows actually respect to Sushruta, that traveler. Was the anguished reply. Now have a look to this word anguished. Anguished means here painful. So it was a painful reply. From his voice, he could understand that this traveler is in pain. A tragedy has befallen me. I need your help. Now that stranger, the traveler, says this to Sushruta, that a tragedy has befallen me. It means I am in trouble. There are some incidents, bad incidents had happened to me and I am in trouble. I need your help. This is said by the traveler to Susruta. Now the next line says, Susruta opened the door. What he saw was a man kneeling before him, tears flowing from his eyes and blood from his disfigured nose. You can see here there is a traveler, there is a stranger who is at Susruta's door at midnight, and he is kneeling before him. As you can see in this picture, kneeling means coming on the knees, bending down. It's a kind of request we make to the people. When we make any request, generally we put our head down, we sit on our knees, so that is called kneeling. So this traveler was kneeling before Susruta. There were tears in his eyes. So tears were flowing from his eyes. It means that traveler was crying, and there was blood from his disfigured nose. Now what is the meaning of disfigured? Disfigured means, here you can say injured. Disfigured means anything which is not in figure, that is disfigured. So we can also say that injured nose, the shape of the nose has been changed. Actually something has happened to him, and because of that he has got hurt on his nose, and the shape of his nose has been changed. Okay, so that's why it is disfigured nose. Now let us see the next line. Get up, my son, and come in, said Susruta. Everything will be all right, but be quiet now. It means he consoles him. Susruta says that stranger, the traveler, to be quiet, and he assures him that everything will be all right. He says him that get up, my son, and come in. It means he calls that traveler inside his home, and he says that don't worry, everything will be all right. Now what happens? He led the stranger to a neat and clean room with surgical instruments on its wall. He washed his face with water and the juice of a medicinal plant. See, the doctor Susruta, he leads the stranger to a neat and clean room with surgical instruments on its wall. It means there is a separate room. These days we can call that as operation theater, I think. So yeah, of course these days it is operation theater, but we are talking about long before. At that time actually there were no hospitals. How will get the operation theaters? So there was a separate room for operations. So he took him to that room. In that room there were many instruments on its wall. Instruments for what? Those were the instruments for operations. So he took him to a room that was full of instruments on its wall. Surgical instruments, not the musical instruments. Okay, surgical instruments means the doctors, they use those instruments for making surgeries. So that room was neat and clean. Now after going there, he washed his face with water and then juice of a medicinal plant. So as there were blood all around, his face was full of blood. So he washed his face with water and then he washed his face again with some medicinal plant juice, so that it can be cleaned properly. Now he then offered him a mug of wine and began preparing for the operation. So after taking him to the room, after cleaning his face with water and the juice of medicinal plant, what did he do? He gave him a mug of wine. He gave him a mug of wine. Wine, you already know, it's a kind of alcohol. So he offers him a mug of wine and then he starts preparing for operation. He doesn't start the operation right now, but he does preparing for the operation. So before that he offers that traveler a mug of wine. But these days we have many injections, many other medicines which is called as anesthesia, so that we don't understand anything about the operations. But before there were no anesthesia, so this wine was used in place of anesthesia, so that the patient won't feel the pain, or they won't understand anything about the operation. They won't feel afraid, and they won't be worried about their operations. So instead of that anesthesia, they used to give some kind of alcohol, so that they won't be their senses won't be there, they will be senseless. So that's why that Sushruta, the doctor, he offered him a mug of wine, so that he can be senseless, he will be in sleep, or he won't understand anything. Now have a look to the next page. With a large leap of a creeper brought from the garden, he measured the size of the stranger's nose. So with a large leaf of a creeper, you already know the meaning of creeper. It's a kind of plant which grows along with the ground. So there's a large leaf of a creeper brought from the garden. He measured the size of the stranger's nose. What did he do with the creeper? He took the measurement of the stranger's nose. As the nose was disfigured, you already know it is an injured nose. So what did he do? He took the measurement of the nose from that creeper. He took the correct size of his nose. Now taking a knife and forceps from the wall. Now knives and forceps, these are the instruments for operations. So knives you already know, but forceps, these are the instruments which help to hold something. So these days also we use forceps. You will find sometimes people, especially the girls, they make their own eyebrows with these forceps. So these forceps are also used for operations. These are some of the very important instruments for operations. So what did Sushruta do? He took the forceps and the knives from the wall for the operation. He held them over a flame and cut a strip of flesh from the stranger's cheek. Then what did he do? He made them hot. He took those knives and forceps. After that he put them over a flame. It means over the heat. So when it got heated, what did he do? He took some flesh from the stranger's cheek, so that he can give some shape to his nose. So for that he took his flesh from the cheeks. The man moaned, but the wine had numbed his senses. Now you can see this word moaned. Moaned means actually there were some sounds with pain, or actually there was no pain, but as he drank that wine, he was not in his sense. So he couldn't understand anything, but there were some sounds from his mouth, some automatic sounds, but he was not in his senses. He does not know what is going on actually. Now, after bandaging the cut in the cheek, Sushruta cautiously inserted 2 pipes into the stranger's nostrils and transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose. Before I explain this, I want to tell you one thing. You must sit with your book. You may not see the picture clearly, or any kind of problem can happen. If you are sitting with your book, you must keep on pencil also, so that you can underline some of the words which I am discussing. You can just go through your own book. It will be helpful for you, I think, so that when you read for the next time, you don't have to see for the word meanings, so many word meanings. You can just underline the words. You can write what am I saying, would be better. Okay. So now coming back to the lesson. After bandaging the cut in the cheek, Sushruta cautiously inserted 2 pipes into the stranger's nostrils. So what did he do? After bandaging the cut in the cheeks, first he cut his cheek. He took some flesh from there, and after that he gave bandage on the cheeks. Okay. And then slowly he inserted 2 pipes into the nostril of the stranger, and then he transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose. So this is the way how he did the operation. Actually he took some flesh from the cheeks, and those flesh, what did he do? He transferred those flesh into the nose through the pipes which he has inserted into the nose strills. Now see, here Sushruta, as he is a doctor, he is very expert, but when we hear something like this, we feel afraid, we feel scared. Actually it is something which common people can't do. These are only done by the doctors. So what did he do? He put that pipes into the nostrils and he transplanted the flesh to the disfigured nose. Now molding the flesh into shape, he dusted the nose with powder, licorice, red sandalwood and an extract of Indian barberry. So molding the flesh into shape, when he gave the flesh into the nose, after that he gave proper shape to it, and in order to do that, what did he do? He dusted the nose with powdered licorice. Now what is licorice? Licorice is a kind of plant, and the powder of licorice is used. And next is red sandalwood. Sandalwood, you already know, it gives a good smell, and perfumes are also made with this. So it is red sandalwood and also an extract of Indian barberry. So these are also used as, what do I say, kind of medicine for that nose. Now he then enveloped the nose in cotton, sprinkled some refined oil of sesame on it, and finally put a bandage. Now after doing so many lot of hard work, he cut the flesh from the cheek. After that he transplanted that cheek into the nose, and then he applied some licorice powders, red sandalwood and Indian barberry onto it. And then what did he do? Finally he enveloped means he covered that nose into in the cotton, and then from the top he sprinkled some refined oil of sesame, some sesame oil he sprinkled over it, and finally he put a bandage. So it was a successful operation finally. This operation was done by Sushruta long before. What did he do? He changed a disfigured nose into a perfect nose. It means he gave shape to a nose perfectly, which was completely spoiled, destroyed, or what do I say, which was completely damaged. He changed a damaged nose into a proper nose. Now the next line, before the traveler left, he was given instructions on what to do and what not to, and a list of medicines and herbs he was to take regularly. He was also asked to come back after a few weeks to be examined. So here you see, before he left that place, Sushruta has already given instructions to him that what he has to eat, what he has to do, and what are the medicines he has to take. Everything, each and every, was given by Sushruta. And he also said that he has to come back after few weeks so that he can examine him again. So this was an operation done by Sushruta long before. Now let's see what is there in the next lesson. The next line. In this manner, Sushruta mended a nose some 26 centuries ago, and what he did is not greatly different from what a plastic surgeon would do today. In fact, Sushruta is today recognized as the father of plastic surgery. So he was recognized as the father of plastic surgery, and truly he deserves this title. He is the father of plastic surgery. As we already saw, how did he do the surgery of the nose? So in all over the world he is very famous. But once have a look, this is a story, or this is an incident about 26 centuries ago. 26 centuries. Do you know the meaning of century? One century means 100. So 26 century means 2600 years ago. So none of us have taken birth. Even our grandfathers were also not there at that time. It is 26 centuries ago means 2600 years ago. Now this day we know this process as a plastic surgery, which was already invented in India by this Sushruta. So the last two lines I would explain. These are not the last two lines, but for today's class, again the half of the lesson, I think less than half is there, I'll teach in the next video. So let's end this paragraph. His treatise Sushruta Samhita. Sushruta Samhita is his, here you see the treatise. Treatise means something written, some written work, treatise. So his treatise Sushruta Samhita has considerable medical knowledge of relevance even today. It indicates that India was far ahead of the rest of the world in medical knowledge. So in his treatise, it means in his written work, there is a book which he has written, and the name of that book is Sushruta Samhita. In that many things are mentioned about the medical things, and it means there is a medical knowledge in his book, relevance even today. There are many things that a doctor or any person who is related to medical ground, they can get lot of knowledge from his book Sushruta Samhita. So that book is very famous, and people even read that book today also to get many kinds of help. Now this indicates that India was far ahead of the rest of the world in medical knowledge. It means India has already proved that it is far ahead than any other country in the world. So from 26 centuries this has been going on, and in the medical background India is beating the other countries. The Sushruta is the proud of our country. We will read more about Sushruta in our next video, because there are few more paragraphs. I think 3 more paragraphs are left that I am going to teach you in the last video. So by that time you just read what I have taught today. Keep practicing at home. Read whatever I have said today. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.